So, if you are a police officer, if you are a part of the National Guard, if you are an ICE agent, you are a fucking Nazi. Period. Point blank. The notion of us being civilians, that's how they refer to us, people in the military, civilians. The notion of us being civilians keeps the soldier out of revolution, keeps the soldier from resisting. Outside of that contract, that contractual obligation they have to Uncle Sam, what can you do for your country? You can resist. You can say no. You can't tell me that you're here to protect the rights of the citizens, right? That's why you enlisted. You wanted to protect the rights of Americans. And then turn around and turn the gun on Americans. I'm going to do something different. Instead of me giving my spiel, that's my spiel on it, right? I'm not in DC. So I want to call people that's actually boots on the ground. I want to make some phone calls to people. Yo, what's happening?
Hey.
All right, so we are live on the show. So introduce yourself, let the people know who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Hey, so I go by Nina Rivera. I live in DC. I'm an East Coast baby. I've lived in Baltimore, New York, Florida, but I've resided in DC for like a decade at this point. So I do community work with like gardening and food autonomy, big on that at this chapter of my activism, but I have a long history of being involved with activism per Dream Defenders in Florida, like when George Zimmerman fatally shot Trayvon Martin. Like that was a huge call to action for my community in Tallahassee at the time. So I was present at the formation of Dream Defenders and have a long history of being associated with them, being in proximity to them. But yeah, we here in DC now.
The reason why I wanted to call you is because I can speculate on what my opinion is from it being on the outside looking in, but I won't know what that looked like from actually living there. So this been going on for the better part of a week now, yeah?
So if today is Sunday, it's been happening since, about a week and 2 days. There has been an increase in police, in all kinds of uniformed police, federalized agents that are donning like bulletproof vests, you know what I'm saying, and complete militarized gear. Even for agencies that I've never seen before, sporting militarized gear. There was a day last week where there were multiple cars staked out of a neighbor's house on the street I live. And I referred to them as secret police because they had they had a acronym on their chest that I'd never seen before. And I saw them again, and I got to Google it, and it was the Court Services and Offender Supervision Agency, which basically deliver paperwork, but they were completely donning like military fatigue, like completely donning, like dressed to the nines and like bulletproof vests. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been excessive.
Yeah, so he's basically giving like any government official, like they could just act however the fuck they want. They could because that wouldn't even make sense for them to have tactical gear unless they are aware that they're in a war zone type shit.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the part that's been it feels like is very specifically like a tool of intimidation for our communities because like court services and offender supervisions are there to deliver paperwork. Like, you know what I mean? Allegedly that's a program that is supposed to be reducing recidivism, right? But it's like they're delivering paperwork, getting signatures. Why do they need tactical gear? Furthermore, like last Saturday, the boys on the block, I feel very safe with the boys on the block, like personally. The boys on my block, like I don't feel unsafe by the houseless man, the homeless man on the end of my block who tells me my cute little thrift store outfits are cute. You know what I'm saying? I ask him if he has water. That's like where mutual aid starts. The people who are homeless, who I see frequently on my block, it's like we look out for each other, right? Like it's extra eyes. And I think that people underestimate, or they don't really understand the context for niggas being on the stoop, you know what I'm saying? For people being on the block to have their drink and have their smoke. It is honestly a form of neighborhood watch to ensure that police brutality isn't happening to us. Like, people don't understand why, you know what I'm saying? And so you have people trivializing, well, can't they smoke and drink inside? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, they shouldn't be out there, when it's not illegal in DC to be on your stoop.
Also,
it's not
too,
illegal.
like, people can go and do whatever the fuck they want to do. I think that there's this idea of, like, white people specifically is like, they want everything to be quiet and unseen.
Yeah.
And the only people that like shit like that, the only people that want everything to be quiet and unseen are liars and people who are doing dirty shit when can't nobody see it.
Right. People who have something to hide.
Correct.
And it's anti to our culture. You know what I'm saying? Where we're on the porch and, or folks might be on the porch or on the block, having they drink, having they smoke. And it honestly strengthens community to see the same people every day and to be like, hey, how are you? Hey, what's going on with you? For us to be able to verbally check in with each other and build like familiarity. But the first night that I saw like the excessive, like it was last Saturday, not yesterday, but the Saturday prior, that this like cop, this brown guy came on the block and was basically trying to be like, y'all can't have these containers. And everybody was just kind of looking at him like, what? Like, you know what I mean? And he looked real confused, and it was just him. And so he looked overwhelmed, and it was funny because as much as he came there trying to assert his authority, like he quickly left because he had no reasonable cause to be doing that. And like folks know their rights.
Yeah, but it's also like this impunity and this arrogance that they've been allowed to walk around with, like this God complex, like what I say goes. And a lot of times all it takes is for somebody to challenge that authority is for them to escalate the situation, because oftentimes people aren't operating outside of the law.